Are we on the brink of a new chapter in the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia? The United States just announced a new $400 million military aid package for Ukraine, which includes a crucial addition never before provided: tactical bridges to move tanks and armored vehicles. This move is seen as a signal of support for Ukraine's efforts to retake territory seized by Russian forces in the past year. But the aid package does not stop there. The additional ammunition being sent is expected to boost stocks in anticipation of a potential spring offensive. The package includes more ammunition for HIMARS and howitzers, Bradley infantry fighting vehicles, armored vehicle-launched bridges, demolitions, munitions and equipment, and other maintenance, training, and support. Why is this significant? The U.S. has previously provided nearly $32 billion in aid to Ukraine to defend itself against Russia, which invaded its pro-Western neighbor on February 24, 2022. But this new aid package marks a turning point in the nature of the aid being provided. The inclusion of tactical bridges, for example, is a game-changer for Ukrainian troops who have been training in combined arms maneuver warfare. This is the coordinated use of artillery shelling, alongside tank and armored vehicle attack movements, which could be used to retake territory seized by Russian forces. Is this a sign that the U.S. is preparing Ukraine for an offensive against Russia? Some experts seem to think so. Jack Watling, a senior research fellow for land warfare at the London-based Royal United Services Institute, points out that assault bridging is essential for combined arms operations. It allows armored vehicles to cross narrow rivers and ditches that would otherwise cause a whole force to slow down. The aid package will be funded using Presidential Drawdown Authority, or PDA, which authorizes the president to transfer articles and services from U.S. stocks without congressional approval during an emergency. What will be Russia's response? Russia's ambassador to Washington, Anatoly Antonov, has already spoken out, claiming that the U.S. wants to inflict a strategic defeat on Moscow but has no chance of succeeding. Tensions continue to mount between Ukraine and Russia, and the world is watching closely to see what happens next. In this video, we dive deeper into the details of this new aid package and explore what it could mean for the future of the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia. Stay tuned to find out more. The new aid package is the latest in a series of measures taken by the U.S. to support Ukraine in the face of Russian aggression. Since the start of the conflict in 2014, Ukraine has received nearly $2.5 billion in military aid from the U.S., including lethal weaponry such as Javelin anti-tank missiles. This latest aid package not only includes additional ammunition for Ukrainian artillery and armored vehicles, but also marks the first time that the U.S. has provided tactical bridges to Ukraine. These bridges will be used by Ukrainian troops in combined arms maneuver warfare, allowing tanks and armored vehicles to cross narrow rivers and ditches and advance more quickly. This is a significant development in the conflict, as it suggests that the U.S. is preparing Ukraine for a more offensive approach to retake the territory seized by Russian forces. The timing of the announcement is also noteworthy, as it comes just days after the U.S. announced a $2 billion aid package for Ukraine on February 24. This latest aid package will be primarily comprised of ammunition, but also includes testing and diagnostic equipment for vehicle maintenance and repair, demolition munitions, and spare parts. The announcement of the aid package was met with mixed reactions. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky expressed his gratitude to the U.S. for its continued support, saying that Ukraine highly appreciates this important decision in the context of the ongoing aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine. However, Russian ambassador to the U.S. Anatoly Antonov accused the U.S. of attempting to inflict a strategic defeat on Moscow, and vowed that all foreign weapons that fall into Ukrainian hands on the battlefield will be destroyed. The conflict in Ukraine has been ongoing since 2014, when Russia annexed Crimea and pro-Russian separatists took control of parts of eastern Ukraine. Despite multiple ceasefire agreements, the conflict has continued to simmer, with sporadic fighting taking place along the front lines. The U.S. has been a key supporter of Ukraine throughout the conflict, providing diplomatic, economic, and military assistance to help Ukraine defend itself against Russian aggression. In conclusion, the announcement of the new $400 million aid package for Ukraine marks a significant development in the conflict, as it provides Ukraine with much-needed ammunition and tactical bridges to advance more quickly on the front lines. It also signals that the U.S. is preparing Ukraine for a more offensive approach to retake the territory seized by Russian forces. However, it remains to be seen how Russia will respond to this latest development, and whether